Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We usually bring you stories of innovation, discovery, or incredible natural beauty, but today we're talking about something beautiful that's slowly, tragically disappearing. We're talking about Lake Powell. On July 18, 2025, the U.S. Geological Survey recorded Lake Powell's elevation at a stark 3,557.6 feet above mean sea level. Now that might sound like a big number, but let me put it into perspective. That's a staggering 142.4 feet below its full capacity. Think about that. It's like someone pulled the plug on a bathtub and the water is just gone. And it's not just holding steady, it's a continued downward drift, signaling severe challenges for one of America's most critical water sources. So, what's happening? Well, Lake Powell, and really the entire Colorado River system it relies on, is fed primarily by snowmelt from the distant Rocky Mountains. And for water year 2025, which started last October, the snow just hasn't shown up. We're looking at inflows that are barely half of what's considered average, sometimes as low as 19% for July. Imagine trying to fill a swimming pool with a garden hose when you normally use a fire hose. And to make matters worse, we're actually releasing more water than is coming in. Over 1.4 million acre-feet more this water year alone. That's a huge deficit. This isn't just about pretty views, folks. This is about power. Glen Canyon Dam, which forms Lake Powell, is a major source of hydropower for millions across 7 states. But with these shrinking water levels, that power generation is in serious jeopardy. Forecasts are grim. If dry conditions persist into 2026, the lake could drop below 3,525 feet by April, triggering emergency actions. And if it hits 3,490 feet by December 2026, those turbines, the heart of the dam's power generation, could literally stop spinning. Think about higher electricity bills, potential energy shortages. The ripple effect is immense, and it gets more complicated. The very infrastructure of Glen Canyon Dam is feeling the strain. Recent reports have shown damage to the dam's outlet works, basically the pipes that release water, from past high-flow experiments. It's like finding cracks in an old, crucial plumbing system. And perhaps even more alarming, engineers now say the dam's anticipated lifespan has been drastically cut, from 700 years down to just a century, largely due to massive sediment buildup behind it. We're well into that century, by the way. The impact isn't just felt by power grids, it's felt by nature and by people. The bathtub ring around the lake isn't just an aesthetic scar, it's an exposed ecosystem, and it's expanding. For those who love the lake for recreation, the outlook is bleak. Many boat ramps are now unusable, turning once bustling marinas into ghost towns. And we're seeing increased warnings about harmful algal blooms in parts of the lake. It's a sign of a stressed system. So what's the long-term fix? The Colorado River is governed by a century-old agreement, the 1922 Compact, that basically over-allocated water from a river that was much fuller back then. Now, the 7 states that rely on this river are in high-stakes negotiations, scrambling to create new operating guidelines before the current temporary ones expire in late 2026. Instead of fixed numbers from a wet past, they're talking about managing water based on natural flows, a real-time rolling average of how much water is actually in the river. It's a glimmer of hope, but there are still huge disagreements over who gets how much of that shrinking pie. The clock is ticking loud and clear for an October 2026 deadline. Lake Powell is a stark reminder of how interconnected our environment and resources truly are. Its future isn't just about water levels, it's about climate, infrastructure, politics, and how we as a society choose to manage our most precious resources. The coming months and years will shape not just the fate of this iconic lake, but the lives of millions across the American Southwest. What do you think needs to happen to save Lake Powell and the Colorado River? Thanks for watching, and stay informed.